Hi, it's Terry Ryder from Hotspotting. I'm in Perth to do a seminar tomorrow night talking about some of the aspects of property investment, some of the best places to buy, all of the things that property investors are keen to know. And while I'm in Perth, I'm going to be having a certain focus on prospects in Perth, which has been a market that has been going backwards for the last few years, while Sydney and Melbourne have been going forward quite strongly. Perth, as well as Darwin, have actually been in decline for their own local economic reasons. But Perth represents an opportunity because after several years of decline, prices are down, and there is evidence, gathering evidence, that the market is now starting to move forward, moving into a recovery phase. One of the things that happens when a market is down like this is that people tend to think, well, that the Perth market's no good, it hasn't shown any growth, it's actually gone backwards for the last 3 or 4 years, so why would you want to buy there? But things are changing always in real estate. Nowhere is up all the time, and nowhere is down all the time, with talking about the major city markets, certainly. And it's easy to forget that in the past, Perth has actually been one of the outstanding markets in Australia. And I just want to refer to some of the research evidence that shows that periods in which Perth has been very strong. Certainly in the early part of this century, it was a strong market when last time we had a national property boom. But in particular, in the 5-year period leading up to 2008, Perth and regional Western Australia were the leading markets in Australia for capital growth. In fact, probably out of the last 20 years, the strongest market performance we've seen in any 5-year period was that 5 years up to 2008, in which regional Australia grew on average in prices 120%, and Perth grew 102%, according to some recent research. And the Perth market remained strong and one of the leaders on price growth in capital city Australia right up to about 2012 into 2013. And then the resources investment boom, which had been spectacular up to that point, came to a close, and that affected the WA economy. A lot of workers left Western Australia and those living in Perth, and that created vacancies in the Perth property market. The market declined. But now we're starting to see it coming back, and we've seen evidence in our quarterly surveys for the Price Predict Index of a steady improvement in sales activity in many parts of the Perth market. And we're now seeing a number of suburbs in Perth growing in terms of sales activity, and we expect that to translate into price growth. We're already actually seeing some evidence of price growth in the upper end of the Perth market now, and there's some recent research out just in the last week or so in terms of which suburbs around capital city Australia are selling the fastest. The fastest selling markets are in Melbourne and Hobart, but there are some suburbs, some parts of the Perth market are actually selling very quickly as well at the moment, including some of the upmarket suburbs. So there's good prospects to be found in Perth, and I'm going to be talking to people here at the coalface for the next couple of days, practitioners who work in the property industry in Perth, to get some more hands-on evidence, and speaking at a seminar here in Perth Thursday evening, tomorrow night, at City West Reception. So if you're in Perth, it'd be good for you to come along and have you there. It starts at 6:30. I'll go for about an hour and a half, and you can register for that event by going to the hotspotting.com.au website. I'll be tuning in, talking to you more about Perth over the next couple of days, so stay tuned. But for now, this is Terry Ryder from hotspotting.com.au signing off. Talk to you again soon.